November 2024. If you were a Lakers fan, Dalton Knecht wasn't just a rookie, he was the savior. The 17th pick who had no business falling that low. Remember that Utah game? 37 points, 9 triples, 4 in a row in the third quarter. That had the entire arena losing their minds. Even LeBron was on the sideline screaming at every other GM in the league for passing on him. At that moment, Knecht was top 3 in the Rookie of the Year voting. He was an untouchable. But if you look at the box scores today in February 2026, the hype, gone. The minutes, non-existent. What actually happened to the steal of the draft? The thing about Dalton was that he was pro-ready. Coming out of Tennessee as a 23-year-old, he didn't have the luxury time. He was drafted to be an immediate laser for LeBron, and early on, he was. He led the Lakers in preseason scoring by 42 points. He was shooting 37 from deep as a rookie, but that old rookie label is a double-edged sword. When you're 24 and you stop hitting shots, the front office doesn't see potential. They see a finished product that's broken.
Back to our breaking news here on SportsCenter. Massive trade happening in the NBA right now. The Dallas Mavericks are trading Luka Dončić, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis.
February 2nd, 2025. The day the NBA changed forever. When the notification hit that Luka Dončić was headed to the Lakers for Anthony Davis, the league went into a tailspin. But in the corner of the Lakers locker room, a 23-year-old rookie was realizing his world just got a lot more smaller. Before the trade, Dalton was a project the Lakers were willing to invest in. They had time. They had a middle-of-the-pack offense that needed his spark. But when you add a generational ball-dominant engine like Luka, the math changes. Suddenly, the Lakers didn't need a scorer. They needed lasers. They needed guys who could stand in a corner, defend at an elite level, and hit the shot when Luka found them. And here was the problem. Dalton Knecht is a rhythm player. In Tennessee, he was the guy. He needed the ball in his hands to get hot. But on the team with LeBron James and Luka Doncic, there's only one ball. And Dalton wasn't high enough on the food chain to touch it. Insiders had actually revealed that Dalton was almost in the trade himself. Preliminary talks had him going to Dallas, but the Lakers pulled him out at the last second. They thought they could turn him into an ultimate floor spacer for Luka, but they forgot one thing: defense. Luka is a lot of things, but he isn't a lockdown defender. There's literally a 6-minute compilation of Luka's defensive lowlights.
It's okay, Luka, to move your feet a little bit over and help out. Well, what does he do? He just throws up his hand. See, this would be frustrating for me. But you've got to be better defensively.
But wait, is Luka Doncic actually a bad defender? If you ask Jimmy Highroller, the king of NBA data, the answer is not exactly. Jimmy actually crunched the numbers and found that when Luka tries, he's just painfully average. He's a 6'7", 230 pounds and has some of the best anticipation in the league. He has all of the tools to be a great defender. Just the problem isn't ability, it's effort. Jimmy's math essentially proved that Luka's defense lapses aren't because he's unathletic. It's because he's lazy. He spends so much energy carrying the offense that he treats the defensive end like a rest period. He gambles on steals because it's easier than sliding his feet. He stays at the top of the key to complain to refs instead of sprinting back in transition. And this is the silent killer for Dalton Knecht, because if Luka was just naturally bad, the Lakers could scheme around it. But when your superstar is just choosing not to rotate, it creates a toxic defensive culture. Dalton is out there playing like his life depends on it, but he's constantly forced to cover for Luka's laziness. Eventually, the math catches up. Can't have a lazy superstar and a struggling rookie on the floor at the same time. One of them has to go. And we all know it's not going to be the guy wearing number 77. JJ Redick has tried to hold him accountable, but how do you bench a guy who gives you a 40-point triple-double every other night? You just can't. So instead of you bench the rookie, you bench Dalton, because on a team with a gambler like Luka, you need a safe bet on the other wing. And right now, Dalton Knecht is anything but safe. Moving on to now, February 2026. Another trade deadline has come and gone. For weeks, rumors swirled that Dalton Knecht will finally be put out of his misery, sent to a team like Toronto or Washington, where he could actually play, basketball. But the deadline passed, and Dalton is still wearing purple and gold. If you look at the depth chart, it's brutal. Even when Luka and LeBron sat out games recently, JJ Redick didn't give Dalton the start. He played 16 minutes while Luke Kennard and Jake LaRavia soaked up the usage. The message is loud and clear. The Lakers have officially moved on, even if Dalton is still on the roster. Dalton Knecht wasn't a bust. He was a casualty. He was a shooter drafted into a system that stopped needing shooters and started needing bodyguards. He was a rhythm player who lost his beat the second Luka Doncic touched down in LA. In the end, the NBA isn't just about talent, it's about timing, and Dalton Knecht's timing couldn't have been any worse. He's currently a prisoner of a super team, a steal that the Lakers can't afford to use, and a player the rest of the league is starting to forget. The light at the end of the tunnel is there, it just isn't in Los Angeles.